Ryan later, Dan this morning, I'm all kinds of confused. Well, if you have ever had a dizzy feeling combined with stability issues, you might have experienced a condition called vertigo. But did you know that physical therapy can help? Dr. Michael Gilbert, owner of Gilbert Physical Therapy, is here to explain vertigo and its effects. He's brought along Jonathan Milleron to demonstrate a test to detect the condition, and Jonathan's going to join us in just a few moments. First, vertigo. We've heard that condition, but even I don't really know exactly what that is. So what is it?
So vertigo is a condition of the inner ear where free-floating otoconia, which are calcium carbonate crystals, they fall out of the spot that they typically are in, and they get housed into a certain canal. And when they move in that canal, they create a dizzy feel.
That's crazy. That sounds so crazy. So what are some of the symptoms then?
So the hallmark of vertigo is a dizzy and spinning feeling.
Okay.
Now folks will also have a dizziness or spinning maybe with rolling in bed. They may have a dizziness or spinning with bending forward. They might have an uneasiness with walking. And typically this symptom will last anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, and then it will calm so long as someone would keep the head still.
Interesting. So you might think, wait, is there something wrong? Is there if it calms then? So you said there's actually a test to detect this, right? And that's where Jonathan comes in today.
Right. So
come on in, Jonathan.
So there is a test called the Dix-Hallpike test.
Okay.
And what that does is it allows us to detect what ear is affected with this particular condition.
Oh, okay.
Now what we do is, it's a very quick test, and this helps us screen, and that's what we'd like to demonstrate today. So I have John up on the table here, and we're going to be testing his right ear.
Okay.
So the way that the test works is I'll take his head and simply lay him down over the edge of the table. And when I have him laying down like this, I'm looking for a few things. Come on back up, John. Then you can go ahead off there. I'm looking for whether or not he has any sort of rotational beating in his eyes, which is called nystagmus.
Oh.
And that will tell me whether or not he has the condition or not. If I see his eyes move, it's positive, and then I can go into a certain technique to correct it.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Physical therapy. I wouldn't have thought maybe physical therapy would help with vertigo.
So for the treatment of this, we have a specific technique where from that same position, we'll lay someone down and we can move their head through a certain sequence, and that will put these free-floating otoconia, or the calcium carbonate crystals, back in the correct position, which then eliminates the dizzy and spinning feel, usually within 2 to 3 times of doing that.
Wow, there could be some folks who are watching Good Day PA right now thinking, oh my gosh, this is what's been going on with me. I didn't realize physical therapy can actually help, because you might think it's just something you have to deal with, but of course no. So you come, as you always do, with an offer for us. So what's that?
Right, so what we're going to do is we're offering 10 free screens for the first 10 callers who are watching the show today, and what we're looking for is someone who would have insurance, who is having these type of symptoms: dizziness or spinning with rolling in bed, dizziness or spinning with bending forward to put on socks or shoes, someone whose symptoms last about 30 seconds to a minute, and then so long as they're still, they would calm. That is the kind of person who would benefit from getting screened in this type of test.
And then if it's positive, you can absolutely help them. Tell us where your office is located. It's really convenient.
So we're on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, right where 581 crosses over the Pike.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm sure you just offered a lot of hope to a lot of folks who are watching. Thanks, Dr. Gilbert.